Alright guys, we're back for part 4 of Assassin's Creed. We're on our way to Acre to assassinate Garnier de Naplouse. Naplouse. I don't know how to say it. um,
I'll tell you.
I just snuck in with the
little bird told me you'd be paying a visit.
scholars
has ordered the
and
execution of Garnier
figured since it was the same as
so
how I got into
What can you
the
tell me about
mass,
him?
He
there's
is the
no
Grand
point in
Master of the Knights
showing
Hospital,
that shit again.
and
But
surely keeps his quarters in their district.
this is
Beyond that, I
a
cannot
good
say.
chunk of the
I
pre-release
suggest you
footage
search
for
the city.
Assassin's Creed took
See
place
what you can
in
learn from the people.
this
Tell me
city,
where they gather and I'll see what I can find.
but
The public gardens north,
it was
or what's left of them, are as good a
altered
place as any to
drastically
begin.
since the pre-release and
There's
then
an
the final
abandoned
game.
market northwest as well that merits
There was a
watching.
larger area outside the city
And
walls,
Maria of Jehoshaphat's
and the
church
city
to
itself
the
could
west
actually be
remains a
entered
popular
while on
meeting
horseback,
place.
but they never really gave a
These
reason
three
why they
locations
changed that.
should be
You had to sneak
sufficient
in
for your
or
needs.
I appreciate the information, Rafik. It will
blend
be
in
put
with
to
the
good
scholars,
use.
but
See that it is.
and also since this city has a more of a misty kind of,
Good you come, brother.
almost kind of like
Use
a,
that blade of yours. Too many archers about.
like the
This makes it
colors
difficult for me to
real
work. Kill them. All of them. And I might
sucked
be able
out
to assist you in
almost.
the campaign against the Mad Doctor. Keep in mind, however,
I think they were
must
trying
do
to
this
give
without being seen. Should you be
like
discovered,
the misty fog
sound
effect on
alarm
the
and you'll be forced to
streets
try again.
in like this desaturated look to the city because it was, well, is next to the Mediterranean Sea, so it was kind of like it had a drastically different environment than the other two cities you go to in this game. Out of the different environments you go to in this game, I think this might be my favorite city out of the three, especially once you get the other districts opened up and everything like that. But you know, this area, since it's the poor district, is kind of, or no, yeah, this is the poor district. It's kind of drab, but the middle district and the rich district kind of open up a little bit more, and it's still got that desaturated, almost monochromatic color scheme to it. But it's, I don't know, there's just something about the visuals of this city that I think just kind of looks cool, really, I guess is the simplest way to put it. Also, too, the highest viewpoint in this game is in this city. It's the Cathedral of the Holy Cross.
Well done,
But-
Altair. With those archers dead, I can be about my business. Take this. It's some sort of work order for repairs to Garnier's hospital. Perhaps it'll be of use to you.
The Knights Hospitalier, which Garnier is the leader of, their symbol is kind of like, I don't know if they're implying that the Templars took their symbol from the Hospitaliers or vice versa, but
be patient, hold hope close.
There-
There are many in need of aid, and only one of him. He works tirelessly to serve and save, but these things take time.
and actually the Hospitaliers will be popping up again later in the game. When King Richard shows up, there's a couple in his order of knights that are kind of standing around him. Now, ironically, Garnier in this game is depicted as kind of like a sadist and just cruel, you know, to his patients. when in actuality, he was he led the Hospitaliers and the Crusaders to quite a few victories. He wasn't at all I mean, like I said, you know, they take some liberties with history in these games, but that was a pretty big departure there from the real Garnier. And actually, in real history, he fought in the Battle of Varsov that takes place after you kill him in this game. Because I think he died in 1192. This takes forever. This dude, I followed him around for a while. Some of these, first I was all cautious about these interrogations. Like, I wanted to make sure there was like absolutely nobody around. And later in the game, I just kind of said fuck it. When there's no guards around, I just lay into the dude that I'm following. Mainly because I was kind of pissed that I spent so much time following this dude. And when I decided to finally start fighting him, I get ganged up on by him and a thug. It actually happens to me a couple times. At least one more time off the top of my head, I don't know. I have learned, I will say this, I have learned quite a bit while doing these videos for this game, because like I said in a previous video for these, I'm recording everything. And it gets quite tedious sorting through all that footage and narrowing it down to the best stuff.
Don't kill me.
I might do sort of like a badass montage from some of my fights as like the last video. Maybe I'll write like a cool song or something to play with it, but
Tell me everything you can about the man.
when I do the next games, I'm not recording everything. Because like this video, I went through like two or three video files where I was doing nothing but climbing viewpoints.
Just a sick, cruel man.
And I was like, oh well.
I don't know what it is he does.
And I'm almost done with this, so like I said, I'm definitely
It's why you still live.
learning. I know I'm always learning, you know, I'm getting different tricks and tactics for making videos, and you know, just from continuing to do it,
Thank you for the information.
kind of learning what works and doesn't work. And also too, like, you know, I approach this like I approach music, you know. I play music, so I listen to all kinds of music. So since I've been making videos, and I watch plenty of YouTubers to see see what I can learn from others, you know. There's some things I just
A knight of the Hospitalier is after me. If you could eliminate him, you would do a fellow a real honor.
don't think I'll
I've been here in
probably
the car since the
partake
Crusaders
in,
were
but
laying siege. I can give you important information in return.
like I'm not big on doing a lot of editing, but I don't want, you know, I kind of learned a little bit too from the Borderlands 2 Allegiance videos. Sometimes things can get a little long-winded, so that's why because I originally actually had no plans. I planned on replaying these games, but I originally had no intention on recording it and uploading videos on these games. But then after I started really experimenting and editing together videos and stuff like that, it was like, you know, don't have to have everything. And I forget who I was watching, but I was watching somebody's playthrough or something, and I was like, oh, you can cut out the boring shit and just throw in the good stuff, you know. And I know, you know, like in the Borderlands videos, I've been pretty honest, and even the Trine videos, I've been pretty honest. Where and especially the Trine videos, I fucked up a lot in the Trine videos. And these, I make some mistakes. Like, there's one video, I'll discuss it. I might even cut together the mistakes into a little clip in that video. I don't know yet. See if I can get them flow coherently, but you know, I mean, even in these, I've admitted when I made mistakes. And when I get to the Assassination of Garnier, I actually had to start it like...
Who did this? Show
The one you'll see in this video is my third attempt. The first two... It might actually even be my fourth attempt. I can't remember now. But I know, like, the first one, I was going to climb up on the scaffolding so I could drop down behind him. And as soon as I jumped up on a bookcase, he was standing on the other side, and he saw me, and then all hell broke loose. And it just wasn't exciting, just because it was kind of stupid, and that wasn't how I wanted to do the assassination, so I started over. And then them crazy dudes, which I can't stand the crazy guys and the drunk guys that walk around there like, "Arr!" and then they punch you in the head or whatever, and then the guards are like, "Hey, you!" It's like, I didn't do anything. I just walked by this guy and he punched me in the head. Now I gotta go hide in the hay
He's
bale.
dead. Oh,
But
I am extremely grateful.
like twice in a row, I restarted. I went in. This dude's like, "Ugh!" and hits me, and then the guards come after me. So I restarted it. Same thing. I walk in. Dude's like, "Ugh!" hits me. Guards come after me. I'm like, fuck, man. So I think the one that's actually in this video is like the fourth attempt.
Garnier to the gates of hell.
But like these little conversations and stuff, I'm gonna leave in. I'm gonna try not to talk over all of them too.
How to strike.
Share your knowledge with me then.
He lives and works within the Order's hospital, northwest of here. Rumors speak of atrocities committed within its walls. It seems the good doctor enjoys experimenting on innocent citizens. Most of them kidnapped and brought here from Jerusalem.
Clever. By stealing his subjects from another city, he avoids arousing too much suspicion here. But back to the matter at hand. What is your plan?
Garnier keeps mainly to his quarters inside the hospital, though he leaves occasionally to inspect his patients. It's when he makes his rounds that I will strike.
It's clear you've given this some thought. I give you leave to go. Remove this stain from Akka, Altair. Perhaps it will help cleanse your own. Rest here until you're ready to begin your mission.
This Rafik, man, I don't know what's up with him. I think it's him, or maybe it's the other one. One of them just fucking totally... It's not Malik, I mean, or Malik. Yeah, that wasn't the most graceful entrance. Malik, I know, like, why he's pissed, because he fucking lost his arm and his brother because Altair was a dick. But there's one of the other Rafiks, it might be the guy in the Mass. He's a fucking ball buster, man. I'll point that out in the video that he really gets on Altair's
I
shit.
asked you to retrieve the patient, not to kill him. There. Everything will be all right.
No!
Give me
No.
your hand.
Don't touch me! Not again!
Cast out this fear, else I cannot help you.
Help me? Like you helped the others? You took their souls! I saw! But not mine. No! You'll not have mine! Ah!
Take hold of yourself. Do you think this gives me pleasure? Do you think I want to hurt you? But you leave me no choice.
Every kind word matched by the back of his hand. All lies and deception. He won't be content until all bow before him.
You should not have done that. Return him to his quarters. I'll be along once I've tended to the
You
other.
can't keep me here. I'll escape again.
No, you won't. Break his legs, both of them.
Ugh.
I'm so sorry.
Like, I could understand these drunk dudes or crazy dudes or whatever they're supposed to. I think some of them are drunk because they carry around a little bottle. Like, I could understand them wandering around in the poor districts, but man, I think it's, I don't know if it's Jerusalem or where it is. See, dickhead? But one of them, there's a ton of them fucking guys in, like, the rich district. It's like, what the fuck? I'm sure in that time period in the rich district, there wasn't that many of them guys running around fucking just wailing on people for no reason. My headset messes with me sometimes. I could hear him, but I couldn't tell if he was on my left or my right. So that's why I kind of wander for a minute. Plus, I wanted to get around Rocky Balboa there.
Only to help you. You want to hurt me? It's all you've done since you brought me here. Child, the very fact that we're having this conversation shows that we've made progress. Or do you forget the way you once were? And remember before all of blood. It'll come back in time, and you'll see.
Fucking dudes. Irritates me now just watching it, not even playing it. And like I said, I do like this game. I mean, it's not my favorite of the series, but I highly enjoy this game. But man, some of the stuff in this game just aggravates the piss out of me at times. And as I've said in the past, you know, I'm one of those people, I have no problem. I can like something, but at the same time, I have no problem admitting its faults. And as much as I like this game, it has some faults. And they're obviously more prominent now to me, having played 5 sequels. I played a little bit of Liberation on the Vita, but I ended up selling my Vita because that was like the only game I had for it. But you know, out of all the games, this one is the one that aged not as well as the others. The second one, man, oh, I can't wait to finish this so I can jump into the second one. That one I'll definitely have a badass montage because I fucking wreck with Ezio.
No one else would.
Thought about hopping over that, but I was like, no, that'll just cause a clusterfuck. There we go.
Let go your burden.
I'll rest now, yes. The endless dream calls to me. But before I close my eyes, I must know what will become of my children.
You mean the people made to suffer your cruel experiments? They'll be free now to return to their homes.
Homes? What homes? The sewers? The brothels? The prisons that we dragged them from?
You took these people against their will.
Yes. What little will there was for them to have. Are you really so naive? Do you appease a crying child simply because he wails? But I want to play with fire, Father. What would you say? As you wish. Then you'd answer for his burns.
These are not children, but men and women full grown.
In body, perhaps, but not in mind. Which is the very damage I sought to repair. I admit, without the piece of Eden, which you stole from us, my progress was slowed. But herbs, mixtures, and extracts, my guards are proof of this. They were madmen before I found and freed them from the prisons of their own minds. And with my death, madmen they will be again.
You truly believe you were helping them?
It's not what I believe. It's what I know.
I like those little conversations. I think I said that in the last video too, but they add just enough exposition to the narrative to let you know something bigger's going on, but they don't hand it right to you, you know. And I think that's why one of the reasons these games appeal to me is because for the most part they involve time periods I'm interested in, especially too because having some Italian heritage in me, I was quite in love with the being able to go through Florence and Venice and then Rome and Brotherhood, you know. And this game, I mean, I was aware of the Crusades and I kind of like this time period, but it's not like, it wasn't as like big to me as like the Italian stuff. Same thing with Revelations. I was kind of the whole stuff with the, you know, with the Ottoman empires and everything like that. And it was neat, but I hadn't been as interested in it as I was the Italian stuff, so it didn't quite suck me in like Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed 2 did it well, but they were still interesting and cool, you know. And then Black Flag, I mean, who doesn't like pirates? Especially being from the outer Pittsburgh area, you know, I kind of have like, you know, the Pittsburgh Pirates, even though they kind of suck, but so it's like pirates, yes. But anyways, shit, I had another thought to go that I was leading into and I can't remember what it was now, but maybe I'll remember for the next video. We'll see. I don't know.
What news, Altair?
Garnier is dead.
Then you should return to Masyaf with news of your victory.
There is something else.
Speak it then, or would you have me read your mind?
What do you think he wanted from these people? That he would keep them and experiment on them as he did?
Yours is not to ask, but act, Altair. It doesn't matter what he did or why. Only that he's dead.
But Garnier seemed to believe he was helping these people.
Is that what you saw?
No. What I saw was not a place of healing, but of pain.
Then why are we having this conversation?
I don't know. Forget I spoke of it.
I already have.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Alright. We're gonna head back to Al Mualim, and then we're gonna call it a day on this video.
Use counterattacks when faced with multiple enemies to gain the advantage.
Have you news for me, Altair?
Garnier de Naplouse is dead.
Excellent. We could not have hoped for a more agreeable outcome.
And yet,
What is it?
the doctor insisted his work was noble. And looking back, those who were supposedly his captives seemed grateful to the man. Not all of them, but enough to make me wonder. How did he manage to turn enemy into friend?
Leaders will always find ways to make others obey them. And that is what makes them leaders. When words fail, they turn to coin. When that won't do, they resort to baser things. Bribes, threats, and other types of trickery. There are plants, Altair. Herbs from distant lands that can cause a man to take leave of his senses. So great are the pleasures it brings, men may even become enslaved by it.
You think these men were drugged then? Poisoned?
Yes, if it truly was as you describe it.
Herbs. This seems a strange method of control.
Our enemies have accused me of the same.
The promise of paradise.
They think it is a garden, overflowing with women and pleasure. But I drug you as Garnier did his men, and tempt you with its rewards.
They do not know the truth of it.
Which is how it must be.
But if they knew the truth of it, that all we seek is peace.
Then they would not fear us, and we would have no hold over them. Go. It is time you continued with your work. Another rank is restored to you, as is a piece of your equipment. We'll speak again when the next has fallen.
Alright guys, we're going to end this one here, and I want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Alright, have a good one guys.